With the NFL Combine well underway, the Patriots fans are paying close attention to basically any of the players that could fall to pick 14 in the first round. I would say, especially receivers, cornerbacks, and offensive tackles. Those seem to be the prominent positions that the Patriots will be looking for in the first round. They're definitely the biggest need, so it makes the most sense. They're going to have quite a few options by the time that they get to pick 14. And a lot of people are hoping that they go for a receiver because there are some talented guys that will likely be there at 14 because the first, 10 or so picks, there's going to be a lot of defensive players and quarterbacks going. So that leaves receivers available for them. But the latest drama, the latest news rumor to come out about the Patriots from the combine is coming from Chad Graff of The Athletic, who is saying that the Patriots are unlikely to go with a receiver at pick 14 and that he is hearing they will likely trade their second round pick or a third round pick for a veteran receiver, that they would rather go in that route than try and strike gold in the draft, especially on a high draft pick for a receiver. We know that Bill Belichick has not had the best of luck when drafting a receiver in general, but especially drafting one in the first round. He definitely does not want a repeat of N'Keal Harry from a few years ago. I mean, they just moved on from him this past offseason. So I'm guessing that's a big reason why they are not looking for receivers. But Chad Graff does say in his piece, he says, quote, Patriots' preference at this point would be to address the position with a veteran rather than using their first round pick, number 14 overall, on a receiver. Even if the league has become more devoted to the passing game, and even if rookie receivers have produced at a high level, there were 4 rookies who topped 800 yards last season. Belichick's preference has always been to use his most prized picks on other positions. Since taking over the Patriots, he has had 14 selections in the top 30 of the draft, and he did not use a single one of them to pick a wide receiver. But we know that they went with N'Keal Harry. So definitely does not have a good track record, but because it is still a position of need, at least, in the eyes of a lot of people, I find it hard I find it hard to believe that they would completely rule it out. But I guess from what I'm reading from the combine, the receivers didn't do a lot of great things on their testing. So there might be even more available receivers for them if they do choose to pick one at 14. But Chad Graff did mention that they will likely try to use their number 6 or 46 overall pick on a trade for DeAndre Hopkins, which they have been connected to over the last several months, or even Brandon Cooks, a third round pick who they had before and they traded him a few years ago. So that is a possibility. And we know that Jacoby Myers is heading to free agency, and he is going to be by far the best receiver that is available. So if the Patriots are not going to re-sign him, then they're going to have to bring in somebody. And Jacoby's being said to earn a massive contract similar to Christian Kirk's from last year that he got from the Jags. So that doesn't seem like a likely scenario of him staying in New England, because we know that Belichick does not often pay, if at all, pay any player top money. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do, especially since there's a lot of positions for them to deal with. But, as great as it might be to have DeAndre Hopkins in New England to help Mac Jones, I don't know that ruling out a receiver at 14 is necessarily the best route to go, but time will tell.